Hey, I ever tell you about Jimmy the Saint?
Jimmy the Saint was a good man
You're different, Jimmy. You got decency.
who left behind a bad world.
You glide.
I glide?
You glide. It's a very attractive quality. You're a thing to be amazed by.
Then one day, the old boss forced him back.
Why me?
I got a call in the note.
What do you want done? It's just an action. It's not a piece of work.
Look at this. All the Pig brothers from back in the day.
One-shot deal. We're in, we're out. Are you in?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You still crazy, man?
Well, I am what I am.
It would be smooth.
Bill, you're gonna be with Jimmy in the moving van. Bring the kid there, we scare him, and that's it.
It would be easy.
How's it looking, big man?
Looking good.
It would be the biggest mistake
Can I see some ID, please?
he ever made.
I'll give you ID! You got 48 hours. Leave Denver.
Now, time is running out.
We already made a call. Guy from El Paso, Mr. Shush, the most lethal contract killer west of the Mississippi.
And he's got 48 hours
Buckwheats. Buckwheats for all of us, Jimmy. Even you.
to make the wrong things right.
I met someone. I don't want her hurt.
Didn't you learn nothing from me? We don't stand up for each other, we're gone!
The Monteros brothers out of Albuquerque have been called in.
Parte!
Andy Garcia, Christopher Lloyd, Treat Williams, William Forsythe, Gabrielle Anwar, Bill Nunn, Jack Warden, Veruza Balk, and Christopher Walken.
You know, I could look at you forever. I wouldn't have to do anything else.
Things to do in Denver when you're dead.
Everybody be cool. You be cool. Somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
Low profile. You understand the meaning of the words low profile?
Sure. Two of America's most dangerous criminals have taken hostages.
What is this?
It's called a punch. I'm going to ask you one question, and all I want is a yes or no answer. Do you want to live through this?
Yes.
Okay, Ramblers, let's get rambling.
One night is all that stands between them and freedom.
This is my kind of place.
But it's going to be one hell of a night.
We might be in trouble. There are a bunch of fucking vampires out there trying to get in here and suck our fucking blood.
Now, their only chance is to fight back.
Oh, yeah!
Harvey Keitel, George Clooney, Quentin Tarantino, Juliette Lewis.
Welcome to slavery.
No, thanks. I already had a wife.
From dusk till dawn.
To millions of fans around the world, he's a living legend. If you've never seen him before,
It's him! Give me that gun!
you've never seen action.
Got hostages! There ain't no hovercraft! Call out the Coast Guard!
Dimension Films presents the action hero who does all his own stunts. Jackie Chan.
You okay?
Rumble in the Bronx.
Patri, Filio, Spiritus Sancti. How long since your last confession?
A week further.
Go ahead, my son.
Impure thoughts towards some of the women in the ministry.
And in this war that rages all around us, are your hands still clean?
Yes. Although I had to give orders to kill the people in the village of Demeltis. They've been harboring enemies of the regime for far too long. They'd been warned, but wouldn't listen.
And for this you seek absolution?
The enemies of the regime are dead. The glorious state endures. I need no absolution, Father.
Do you have any further confessions to make?
No, Father. I can enter heaven justified.
I'm glad to hear that. For your sake, my son.
Remember me? I had to kill you now! I think about that. Things change. That was another country, another time. Got a proposition for you. Better jump in. So, you're an old friend of Billy Quigley, no?
I know him.
In exchange for a shorter prison sentence, we've managed to turn him. He's one of ours now. We had him hook up with Ahern and Bell. Hannah.
They were to meet Quigley in London. If they've slipped in, it's with new passports, names and faces for all we know.
What we do know is that they plan to assassinate the President of the United States here on British soil.
Now, what do you need me for?
Well, you know Quigley. His MO, his habits. It's been 2 weeks since his last communication. We're concerned that he may have been compromised. Killed, possibly.
The President arrives at the end of the week. We don't know when or where the hit will take place. We need you to find Quigley.
And if he's dead?
Then we are well and truly bucketed.
What would Michael Ahern want with Quigley?
It's obvious. Quigley's one of the best bomb makers in the business.
So is Michael Ahern.
If you were so fond of these people, then why did you quit the grand cause?
Who said I was fond of him? All right. You wait here.
The hell I will.
This pub's IRA. I walk in there with you, they'll take you around back, blow a hole in your head, and I won't get anything. But you're the boss.
Okay. And take this two-way. Frequency 9 to send, 6 to receive. I should have put a wire on you.
No, maybe next time. I'm on a lead, but I work alone. I'll call you when I have something concrete.
Dillon! Dillon! Better say your prayers, you bastard.
Ferguson?
He ducked out on me.
Like you thought he would. Good work, Bernstein. Stay in his tail.
Ali Halabi, don't shoot. Ali Halabi. Meet Nora Bell. Well, come on ahead. As long as you've got the money with you. Nora and I were in the Ulster Volunteer Force together. Then the Red Hand of Ulster. Until, we had to move on.
Till they threw us out, he means.
We were killing a bit too often for their liking. Hypocrites. This is Billy Quigley. Another one who the Red Hand threw out. Billy and I served time together in the Maze prison.
Is it Catholics usual targets, or just the IRA?
Same difference.
Nora's from Belfast too. Her father was in the army. Killed in the Falklands War. Her mother, her sister, her grandfather, all the family she had left in the world were killed in a street bomb planted by the IRA back in '86.
You could say I've been taking my revenge ever since.
Now, Billy I don't know so much about, except he's like us now. Open to all offers. Does your army of God insist that you play a part?
It is essential.
Because you don't trust us?
It is written that blood must be shed for blood itself, not merely for that of profit.
Okay. I think it's best if we leave separately. Billy, you stay here and clean things up, and then follow on afterwards, all right?
All right.
Not here.
Patch me through. Is it urgent?
It's bloody urgent!
Bernstein.
Subject Quigley here in the red priority wavelength.
Clearance to patch through. Quigley, what have you got?
Right. Now listen carefully.
The Paymasters are an Iranian outfit called the Army of God. One of them, Ali Halabi, will be part of the hit.
The President is confirmed as the target.
It'll be a bomb. Right, but this is how it goes. No, Billy boy, this is how it goes. Pop goes the weasel.
Were you running a trace on that call?
We only had time for a partial fix.
Too big a zone to process without more precise scan factors.
Ferguson?
I think they've just killed Quigley.
Damn it, Bernstein. Now we do have to rely on Dillon.
God bless all here.
Dear God. Sean Dillon.
Best of the night's yet to come, Patty, my old son. Your very own chief inspector. You see how well you're being treated tonight? How much respect?
I don't know nothing, Sean. Nothing you need to know or hear.
Billy Quigley.
No, I swear it!
Nora Bell.
Oh, Sean. And again, I tell you, no!
Michael Ahern. They tell me you're his mailbox in this part of the world.
I know, Sean. And I swear by all the saints.
Something tells me that's a great, big...
Dillon, for God's sake!
Now let's talk.
Feel at home?
It'll do.
I thought you'd be comfortable here. It's only temporary, of course.
What are you doing?
Looking for the bug. You're doing a good job, but I know it's here.
Don't you trust us?
Nope. I know you don't trust me.
We're due at the site at 10.
I'll see you tomorrow, Dillon. May you be in heaven half an hour before the devil knows you're dead.
You'll get them settled in, then you can come up and see him for a moment or two. But it's best that they get used to our routine and our medication before the regular visits can start. Here's Dr. Jackson.
Mr. Tanner, welcome to Our Lady of Mercy. I hope you'll be comfortable here.
Never been used to much of that till I came to live in New York with Maggie and her husband.
That's because he couldn't stand to be away from his beloved Locks and Glens after he came back safe from the war.
Aye, Highland Light Infantry.
I've always wanted to visit Scotland. Maybe after my internship here is done, I'll get there. You can give me some names and phone numbers and places to see, and of course, the stories that go with them.
I'll be happy to tell you anything. Well, I've got left in my tales and memories.
No further changes to the schedule, no further leads overnight, so what are we left with this morning?
Ahern, Bell, and Labby, jointly or severally, killed Quigley, either because they intercepted his call to me.
Because, as Dillon believes, they had him marked as an informer and had no further use for him.
What use had he been for him already?
Either way, they'll surely abort their mission and go into hiding now that they know we're onto them.
Why? All we have is Quigley's word that Ahern plans to blow up the president today at any one of 5 locations. We don't know anything.
Where's Quigley? He suffers from chronic asthma. The stress is brought on an attack. You can drive the truck alone. 4 miles along, there's a grey Ford Escort with a hood up. Park a van beside it with a light flashing. We'll be waiting there for you. You still on?
Absolutely. What is great?
It certainly is, me old son.
The President, of course, refuses to change anything from his meeting with our Prime Minister to the cocktail party later on this afternoon.
Which is the only semi-public event scheduled. Why is that?
That's a clever, non-official way of getting him to meet up with the Chinese Foreign Minister, Chow Lin. It's his first trip ever out of China, and of course things are still highly sensitive from an ideological standpoint between the two countries.
Well, that'd be a dramatic place for an attempt.
That's all from the sports desk. And now to recap on today's main headlines. Hopes for the peace initiative in the Palestinian West Bank took a backward step today when right-wing Jewish settlers clashed with police in Nablus. And news has just come in that a bomb has narrowly missed the American presidential motorcade on its route to an official function with the Chinese foreign minister.
What's
but
that,
the president
Uncle?
will still be
An assassination attempt on the American president.
Later today with Foreign Minister Chow Lin. They will be planting an almond tree to symbolize the hope for world peace.
Maybe you can go home early after all, Dillon.
You think it's over?
Looked like one hell of a big full stop to me.
Suppose that's what they want you to think.
They kill their own people to make us think it's all over.
Sure. This could all be a decoy to make us drop a guard.
How do you feel, Mr. Tanner?
No pain, if that's what you mean. I feel like I'm floating on a sea of jelly. Do they all feel like that? Or does everyone feel differently when they come to die?
Everyone seems kind of happy to know that it's going to happen. You know, that the end is in sight. That the pain is going to go away forever.
That makes sense. Did my Maggie leave something with you to give me?
Something like this?
I got a taste for it when I was in Burma. But you don't want to hear about that.
Is this you here, in Burma?
That was when I was in Chungking, China, with Sir Ian and the Laird of Loch Dhu, the estate where I worked in Scotland. We were in the Highland Light together. I had the honor to serve him.
What were you all doing there together in China?
No, I gotta tell you that I swore an oath of secrecy. Do you understand oaths, promises?
Aye, Jack, I do.
It's a long time ago. Everybody's dead. I shall be too soon. No, 1 minute. It was Chongqing, China, 1944. There was me and the Major, my late Ian Campbell.
What happened to Shanghai Shed?
No use, Louis. The two of them will never get together. They both want exactly the same thing.
But China itself.
I must still protest at the presence of this man here at the manor on such an occasion, Brigadier.
I take full responsibility for him, Mr. Jones. The President's about to arrive.
Why'd you come after me? Quigley's got a lot of friends.
It's not because I like you. You're the only one I couldn't break, but don't let it get around.
What?
Sean Dillon. The bastard who ran out just before the shopping mall job.
Good. Then we'll take him out too.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can now welcome the President of the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Honorable Foreign Minister of China, Mr. Sean Dillon.
Mr. Foreign Minister.
How do you do, Mr. President?
Shall we begin?
Oh, absolutely. You start.
It is with very great pleasure that we meet today with Chao Ling, the Honorable Foreign Minister from China, to plant this almond tree, to symbolize all that we hope will lie ahead for all the countries of the world, to symbolize the peace we urgently desire.
I, too, am filled with joy that our countries and the British Isles and Hong Kong should be growing closer together at last.
Right now, so we can all sit back and relax.
It's a shame not to blow it after all the trouble he took. It was one of his best, too.
What do you think his chances are?
Bellamy is the best surgeon in the country. That's how good his chances are.
How did did you get Dillon to come over to us?
Have my methods, Watson.
He said it was mainly blackmail.
Okay. It was a setup. It had to be. It was the only way. If his own life hadn't been threatened, he'd have killed me.
Why?
Because I was in charge of his interrogation in the Maze prison.
You were?
We picked him up along with all the others after the Maguire atrocity. Back then, anything went. We had 7 days to break them. One man sprayed with a fire hose 48 hours. But we got confessions from all of them, except Dillon. He never broke. I've wanted him on my side ever since.
Oh, I hope he'll pull through. Please, God.
I thought you didn't like him.
If I hadn't been so slow, so bloody unprofessional, I just froze.
Killed Nora Bell.
That murderous bitch deserved to die. Sorry. Guess I'm not the nice Jewish girl Dillon thinks I am.
I've known that all along, my dear. You're an extremely Old Testament Jewish girl. That's why I wanted you in my unit.
Okay. So take it again from there. You knew this Chinese guy was somebody pretty damn important.
Yes, but it wasn't until later, when he became leader of China, that I realized it was Mao Zedong.
If we are to win the war with the Japanese, we need the help of you and your rebel forces.
What do you offer me in return? Officially, you are still supporting Chiang Kai-shek.
Yes, and the Pentagon attitude is that we've already thrown away more than enough lend-lease on him. We're not able to offer any more in the way of arms and ammunition.
Which are the only things I need in my struggle.
But my hands aren't tied behind my back. And I'm sure we can find a way for the RAF to fly weapons and ammunition to you over the hump. To Kunming. Say, 10,000 tons a month.
But what would I have to do for such munificence?
I've drawn up a covenant for us.
Covenant?
I'll explain. The Christian God made a promise to the Israelites. And they made a commitment to him to worship him alone. That is a covenant.
And this covenant? Does it worship me alone or you?
It binds His Majesty's government to supply you with all your military needs. If you agree to extend, should you ever control China, the Hong Kong Treaty by another 100 years.
It's easy for me to say yes, Lord Mountbatten. Have you got a pen?
Nurse? Nurse,
Yes, Doctor.
book me a call to Italy, please.
Patrone.
Questo chi? Sì.
Tell me.
I've seen worse, but...
But?
They were dead.
Fatimena? The night you saved Charlene?
How did you know he was the real target, not the president?
Come, I'll tell you.
I always knew that there was a God for waifs and orphans.
So, this is where he lives. It's beautiful.
He'll tell you how the family have paid for it with their lives over 2,000 years. During the Punic Wars, the Carthaginians held out against the Romans on that mountain over there for 3 years. The Vikings, the Normans, the Italians all attacked them, but the Lucca clan kept its land.
Marco, nice to see you. Have you met Asta, my daughter?
How do you do?
Mr. Morgan, Miss Morgan, Don Giovanni is waiting to start.
Uncle, good to see you.
Come here, child. You're more beautiful than ever, eh? It's 18 months since I saw you in New York. I was devastated by your mother's tragic death.
I know. We loved her so.
And you, Carlo, you're looking well.
And you look wonderful, Uncle.
My uncle, Yun Tao.
Mr. Dillon, I thought you would be more likely to come if my niece brought the invitation.
I see.
I'm a businessman based mainly in Hong Kong, although I have many interests abroad, such as this one.
How can I be of help?
I am, let us say, a political exile from the mainland. I have very few friends in the old guard.
Well, plotting to assassinate the foreign minister isn't going to change that.
My uncle would have nothing to do with such an idea, Mr. Dillon.
Things are changing rapidly in China, Mr. Dillon, and I'm not optimistic the changes are good ones, especially for us in Hong Kong. You must know that the British lease expires in 1997.
I'd heard that.
I have over $200 million tied up in the colony, and no one is going to take that away from me.
So, let me tell you more about this story. Cousin Aldo's boy, the young doctor, he's a good boy, you know. He thinks first thing of me.
Oh, and you think first thing of me?
Because you're already going to Scotland.
Here's my Uncle Giovanni. But he's also Cancer the Crab, so he does everything sideways.
You're dealing with China, but not getting very far.
It won't be long. I've arranged to have someone taught a lesson or two.
Even so, why pass up some extra help to safeguard the millions we've got invested in Hong Kong? But maybe the Chungking Covenant can help. If you can find it.
What?
I think it's easy for me to say yes, Lord Mountbatten. Have you got a pen?
Mountbatten and Mao both signed this so-called Chungking Covenant. You cannot imagine the power of the chairman's signature on such a document, even today.
Then there's no official record of this document. How do you know that your information is correct?
That's just the point, Mr. Dillon. I need you to confirm its existence and get it for me.
the hell was that all about?
One never knows. We have these problems from time to time.